Somehow 6 months have gone by. 6 months ago in early March 12th to be exact, I said, Kyle, hurry, pack up for 2 weeks. We got to get out of here. We raced around like crazy. Just a night or two before, we had been out at a restaurant thinking, are we supposed to be out at this restaurant or not? I don't know. I had even had an event that Monday for Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books with 2 authors and Shoshana Gruss, and we didn't know what was coming. And then, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson got coronavirus and they shut down the NBA and we panicked. And of course, then the schools closed and everything stopped. At first it was, should we go on spring break or not? And then questions like that became ridiculous. So of course we packed up and we were fortunate enough to have another place to go out on Long Island. And the kids and I have been here for 6 months, and I never could have anticipated the devastation that this virus has wrought on the world. I never could have imagined how quickly life could just completely change. Things like air travel and, going to the theater and the movies and going out to eat and shopping and all those things that make up sort of what you do, going to school. And it's just stopped, that all of it just stopped. And we all hid out, and I just can't believe that this is what's happened. I can't believe what's happened to my city. Today, I'm going back for the first time, and I have so many mixed emotions about it. I'm scared. I know the crime is so high. I know that the Upper West Side is sort of overrun. I know that it's just not going to be how I left it, and I'm a little scared about it. Not to say that many of you who stayed in the city have anything to be scared of, just it's my own anxiety, especially given my recent losses, of course, of Kyle's mom, Susan, and his grandma, Nini, and how we got to see the coronavirus up close and personal, which was the worst thing I think I've ever had happen in my life. We talked to doctors every 3 hours. We saw how this virus just attacks the body and the soul and the mind, and Susan fought so valiantly and just refused to give up until her body spoke its final words, and that was it. She couldn't fight it anymore. But throughout it all, I've been trying to adapt with my business. I've been trying to help authors as much as possible. I did my whole Instagram Live thing at the beginning and started my Zibby's virtual book club, and I've just been trying to find new and creative ways to help, which I'm searching for now as well. And now here I am, and it's time. And these 6 months, which have brought joys and sorrows greater than I could ever have expected. The joys of spending so much time with my kids and Kyle, the quality time, the walks, the laughs, all of it, the cooking. Kyle cooks like every meal. And then, of course, the hardships and the losses, not just mine, but everybody's. I mean, it's just unbelievable. So I'm going back to the city a completely changed person. I am not who I was when I left by any stretch. It's not my first loss, but having watched this pandemic unfold, how can anyone be the same, really? I'm a lot more sensitive than I was before, even though I was super sensitive. I feel like every nerve ending is on edge. I'm tapped into sort of the collective emotions of the world, even though that sounds hokey. I feel like I've made so many friends online, although that makes me sound like a creepy stalker or something, but I've shared my soul. I've really bared my innermost feelings, and have gotten so much back from doing so. I feel like so many of you know me, who I don't have I haven't had the fortune to get to know myself, and so many people out there have been rooting for me, which is so kind. And the best part is that without sort of this community on Instagram and everything, it would have been far more lonely. I have gotten so much out of being able to connect with all of you, and it's been really second to none. And of course, through the podcast, also, but that's of course a one-way street. Instagram is my two-way street, and I'm grateful for it. So as I wrap up these 6 months, the kids a little taller, their pants a little shorter, their shoes a little tighter, I am slamming the trunk and getting in the car and getting ready to cross the line to where I started. And I don't know what the next 6 months will bring. I hope to God that they don't bring the kind of loss and divisiveness and tragedy that the previous 6 months have. I'm really, really praying for that. And all I can say is that we're all in this together, and that the connections between individuals and our shared grief and our shared love and loss and all of it, that's sort of what I'm hanging my hat on these days. So as the skyline sort of peeks into view, I can just see it happening in just a couple hours. I'll be holding all of you in my back pocket and ready to tackle the next 6 months together. And I hope you're up for it. All right. Thank you. And sending lots of love to all of you, even though I don't know you. I feel your love towards me, and I send it all right back. We're all in this together. I'm with you. Thanks.